Yep, still here. Gone are the days where I buy a project and see it through right to the end before something else comes along. But we're getting there, and a few of you have asked me for an update, so let's give you one. There's no doubt progress has been slow, but that's largely been down to me, and well, that's never going to change. But I will start by saying that I have absolutely no regrets in buying this car, and that is always the outcome you want from an unknown, rather complex car such as this that you buy from auction. We're about 3 months in now. It failed MOT last week. I'm going to show you that fail list in a moment, but first of all, a lot of you were asking about the electronic parking brake and how I got on there. So I found a seller on eBay who you remove the module, the cables, everything, send it to their workshop and they rebuild it. It was 99 quid plus the postage from my end, so that was about 25-30 quid. Obviously I had to pay labour to have all the stuff removed and put back in, but look at this! Yes, it has been serviced yet, but that is my only message. And look. It works. It works. I have a parking brake. Thankfully, the engine and the gearbox are as healthy as I'd hoped. I've driven this car plenty on trade plates getting it ready for MOT, and the engine and the gearbox haven't skipped a beat. They are touch wood, and that is glorious wood. Okay. We have had one rather major electrical gremlin in that this electric driver's seat will randomly at any period throughout your journey decide where you should be sitting. And that might be with your head pressed against the roof or in there. See, it's just, I'm not touching it, and it heard me say I wanted to sit with my head against the roof, and there we go. No. And so this can become your journey. Thank God it's automatic, because you need one hand for the steering wheel, one to wrestle with the electric seat controls. So I need to get to the bottom of that. I'm hoping it's just this control panel behind this door. I say just this control panel behind this door. In an S-Class, that could be quite a major undertaking. I need a little sunroof switch. It works, but the switch itself is missing. So hopefully some of you are familiar with the MOT system here in Northern Ireland. It's government run, it's not like England where you can just drop it into any independent garage. And we have dedicated testing centres which you have to fight for a slot for, get the car in, and it's pretty strict. So instead of getting my mechanic to go through everything and try and rectify what he think it might fail on, my tactic is to get anything obvious sorted, put it into test, then get a list of what you need to work on. So I got the parking brake fixed. The dash was and is warning light free, and it failed on this. So it needs front discs and pads, which isn't surprising because it was sitting up, and when you brake there's a bit of a judder through the wheel, and you can't be having that in an S-Class, so I was going to sort that anyway. We also have brake hose assembly perished on the rear axle, offside and near side, as well as a few brake pipes at the back as well. So all brake related, all probably as a result of this car sitting around during coronavirus. So that's what's happening this week. And of course, once it's MOT'd, then we're going to go for the paint. So as I showed you before, it's got these little blisters on these doors. which really would do it an awful injustice if I advertised it without a perfect paint job after all the effort that I'm putting in to combat a phantom driver's seat and a dash full of warning lights. The rear bumper could also do with a bit of help. There's some light scuffs, and I think it would just really finish it off for this car to have a perfect paint job. But it wasn't simply a case of putting this repaired parking brake back in and everything reset. We still had an ABS warning light. I'm going to attempt to move my seat down. Please let me. No, okay. Excuse the fact that my head is touching the ceiling. That's where this car has decided that I'm going to sit today, and I have no say over that whatsoever. Although I might in 5 minutes. So we put the parking brake back in. We still had an ABS fault from the rear left wheel, and it looked like I was going to pay double the labour because we would have had to strip the drive shaft back out again. There's an ABS ring that sits in behind the drive shaft, and it looks like that was going to be the issue. But thankfully, we changed the ABS sensor, and that has cleared everything. Everything is working, and the dash has remained relatively warning light free. Now I have had flash up on me an airmatic warning, which is never good in one of these. However, when the car was up on the ramp, we can see that it has 4 new air shock absorbers on every corner of the car. I'm hoping that that message was just due to the battery having been low from the car having sat for a while. It came on about half an hour into a journey, so I need to properly drive this thing again after its MOT to make sure the dash remains warning light free. I also got an ESP warning. It didn't come on with the ABS light, but it said ESP inoperative. I'm hoping that was linked to the MOT fail. I'm not touching it. And it will randomly do that throughout your journey. All right. That's enough. This clock, for some reason, I just can't get to give the correct time. It's an hour ahead. So if we go up to vehicle, system settings, time, it's correct there, but not there. Talk to it. Am I doing something wrong? This is literally where I've just ended up because the car wanted me to. I'm not sure what it's suggesting. And yeah, this phantom driver's seat has given me a little glimpse into how terrifying these things can be if they do throw an electrical wobbler. But really, I'd say if you're offered one of these at even double the price that I managed to get this for with this mileage, jump at it. There is nothing that drives quite like this. I've had an 07 Jaguar XJ, I've had the same period 7 Series, I've had an Audi A8 petrol. This just takes the biscuit every time. The period of solidity, luxuriousness, technology, it just drives the pants off all of the aforementioned execs. The comfort is just next level. But then again, this car had one owner with full service history. It's not like it was bounced from pillar to post as a lot of these S-classes have been by now with ridiculous mileages on the clock. So really, my advice would be buy wisely. This car's been cherished and it still has a few little gremlins, but I can only imagine a car that's been neglected could be an absolute minefield. Look at that beautiful dashboard with no warning messages! Yet. So, to summarise, MOT work a service, the electric seat controls, a paint job, and then she should be ready to go. Next time I do this video, it'll be to show you a beautifully well-behaved, stunning finished product. I would definitely buy again next time an S500.